collection update. We are now successfully in 2016. Well done everybody. We managed to complete another rotation of the sun. Oh dear, I hope it's going to be a good year. Today is basically about my top 15 figures that I purchased over 2015, as well as general housekeeping and how I'm doing, how the collection's doing now that we've moved to Canada. First things first, housekeeping. The oversized MPP10, I didn't sort out these little bits in it from the transformation. They're actually really nicely painted, and I also didn't push these smokestacks down so they attach to the back section there. It's a very small minor thing, but it's an extra detail, an extra paint application that wasn't included with the original MP10. The oversized Grimlock weighs in at just under 2 kilos. Now, as far as toys go this year, I will try and get as many as I can to review. Unfortunately, I am on a serious budget this year. We've moved to Canada. I've gone from a really good paying job to basically a minimal wage, and with my wife expecting our second child, she can't work, so we're literally surviving on a single, very low paying salary. So things are extremely tight. So I will try and get what I can when I can. And just thank you all so much for the support you gave me in 2015. It was a really big year for me. We had a lot going on, and it always felt good to talk to the camera. And I almost felt like some of you listened. Canada itself is a beautiful country. It's difficult to get work though. I don't have a skill. I come from a dock working background, and there aren't any docks local to here, and the ones that are available, say like in St John or Halifax or Vancouver, you have to be part of the union to even get work there, and they won't consider you for the union itself unless you have family in there. It's kind of like 1960s Great Britain all over again, which, if that's how they do it out here, that's how they do it. I can't really do anything about that. Unfortunately, most of the work locally to me is temporary, and temporary employment doesn't equal a mortgage. You can rent, but no mortgage company in their right mind are going to touch me if I'm on a temporary contract. So I'm just applying for every darn job I can. Other than that, the country is beautiful. My son is having a whale of a time at school. He's making lots and lots of friends, which is what I wanted. I wanted him to have fun over here, to fit in, and I couldn't ask for anything more. He has settled in extremely well, probably a lot better than what me and my wife have. Post in Canada, as a rule of thumb, sucks. It really does. My Toys parcel was stuck in BC for literally like 2 weeks, I think it was, just because they had a backlog. Whereas a thing that comes through Mississauga, then it literally gets to me in a couple of days. So depending on where it's coming from, I could get something from Robot Kingdom and I get it within 3 days. I could get something from the Chosen Prime, which is literally the next country over, isn't it? We're attached to America here, and it could take 3 weeks. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I never thought I'd miss the Royal Mail Service from the UK. So all you guys complaining about your shipping in the UK, believe me, been there, done that, we had it good. Starting at 15, we have the lean green construction machine that is Devastator. A lot of people hate it. I think it's brilliant. It was a fantastic move for Hasbro. I mean, my son's eyes lit up when he saw this, and I'm not afraid to let him play with it. It's aimed at kids with a nod to the adults, and I think it's bloody good. It's been an extremely tight year for third-party companies. They've all been upping their game, and some have been delivering even better than others. This comes in at 14. It is the Perfect Effect Leonidas. I absolutely love this figure. The trouble I have with him as a masterpiece style figure is where to put him in my collection. At the moment he's on my odds and sods shelf, and some of the best figures shouldn't be on an odds and sods shelf. I mean, where do you guys display him? Coming in at 13 is my only non-Transformer related figure in my 2015 lineup. It is the Armorada's Bellerophon. It's one of the best action figures I have ever had the chance to get my hands on. I absolutely love it. I really do. The only reason it's so far up is because I've got so many good toys in 2015. It literally just knocked this guy down, but he is an outstanding piece. If you haven't already got one or had a chance to mess around with one, I highly recommend it. 12. Can you believe that this guy is as low down as 12? It's such a difficult decision, making 15 of your favourite figures for the year. Hound by Make Toys or Gundog is an awesome figure. It's absolutely glorious. I mean, just look at the noggin on that. It just screams animation. Hound. The Fans Toys version's coming out. That does look good as well. This can tick a lot of Masterpiece collectors' boxes. But again, like with the Bellerophon, there's just so much that came out. It's difficult to rank them. Bit cheeky here, but in at 11, I have the 3 A Bad Cube Bugs. I got them all together, so I thought surely I can count them as one product. They're good G1 cartoon bugs. They tick all the boxes. They even change colour of Bombshell when you transform him. They're really fun toys. Bad Cube continue to really impress me. They've come a long way since their CubeX days, and they just get better and better. I've got Sunsurge en route to me. Unfortunately, I think the shipping option I chose was walking speed. It seems to be taking a long time. I don't know what's going on there, but I will be getting him, and I've heard nothing but praise about him. I think it was Mr. Thew himself, a picture of him up on his Twitter feed, I believe it was, of him doing the Iron Man pose. There aren't many Transformers that can pull that off. In at 10, I have the NPP-10 KO oversized Optimus Prime. This thing is freaking awesome. It really is. Again, this is something I would let my son happily mess about with. It's not going to break. It's really robust. And you can hold him up by his fingers. Look, see, they put an extra pin in there. It's all very easy to correct somebody else's design rather than making it up yourself. So fair dues to Hasbro. You made a fantastic representation of Optimus Prime. I just like that he's bigger, and it doesn't fit anywhere in my collection at all. I've got him displayed with the G Creation Shuriken at the moment, so that goes scale out the window. In at 9, DX9's Carry. This is a fantastic figure. Studio Ox inspired. I'm still working on a Studio Ox shelf. When I get more figures for it, I will add them to it. It's a really great figure. They've done a fantastic job. Again, DX9, like Bad Cube, are continuing to get better and better. I can't fault them. They're coming out with some truly amazing designs. They listen to their fans. They give the fans what they want. And what they want is damn good Masterpiece style figures. In at 8, my favourite Masterpiece Dinobot I have to date. Well, I say favourite Masterpiece Dinobot. We'll get to that later. Gutter is amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the chromed version, and as much as I love the metallic version, this one just ticks so many boxes. The colours on him are gorgeous, the paint applications are impeccable, the face sculpt is insanely good. It's really really great figure. It's big, chunky, robust. It's what a Dinobot should be. In at number 7, G Creations gave us their version of Grimlock, and he combined. It's insane. This is going to be an absolute beast when Shuriken is completed. I love it. It's a fantastic figure. It's probably one of the very best representations of the G1-ish. Probably one of the best representations of Grimlock we've had for a long time. It's a good figure. In fact, it's been a really good year for Grimlock. Coming in at a surprise number 6 is TFC's Ironhide. I knew I was going to like him, but I didn't realise I was going to like him as much as I do. He's really, really grown on me. More so than Ratchet. I managed to break one of Ratchet's wing mirrors. I warned everybody, I said, be careful, these things are really fiddly and they will break. And I knocked it off the shelf and I broke it, so my fault, nobody else's. He's bulky, he's chunky, he doesn't look that much like the G1 Ironhide. He's going to live on my Studio Ox shelf, so it's going to be a smaller collection, but I think he's a really good figure. I mean, that's still one of the best face sculpts I've seen for Ironhide. I still have to get my hands on the Voodoo one. Like I did mention, money is slightly tight at the moment, so I can only get what I can afford. But all in all, he's a really good Ironhide. He's robust. You don't touch the wing mirrors, don't go anywhere near them. Nowhere near them. And overlook that, he's a good figure. At number 5, Grimlock makes another appearance. This time, full of Cybertron-inspired Planet X Grimlock. He is the bomb. He really is. He's what the Hasbro version should have been. He's big, he's bulky, he's a metallic, growling, vicious Dinobot. And he is game accurate to boot. Really, really great figure. Planet X, again, another company which is continuing to impress, growing and listening to their fans. And at 4, we have another offering from DX9 in the form of Tyrant. Bloody brilliant figure. It is Galvatron, without a doubt. He looks the part, he feels the part. I have the earlier one with the wrong coloured hands. The face alone should sell this. It's a great figure. My review didn't really do it justice as I was filming in the Rollout Roll Call hotel room, but it's an amazing piece. I hear that people purchased it off my review are genuinely very happy with it, which I'm glad. At the end of the day, my reviews are only my opinion. I only generally buy the figures I want myself, so I possibly am too happy-go-lucky with my figures. But that being said, I try to be as honest as I can, and he's a really good figure. In at number 3, it's the KO Masterpiece Grimlock. This thing is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's huge. It's ridiculously well made. The paint applications are insanely good. It's what Grimlock should have been. I know TF Direct have the G1 cartoon colours up on order, so I've got that pre-ordered. It's such a good figure. If you don't currently own a Grimlock in your collection, this should be it. Like I said, Gutter is probably my favourite Dinobot this year. This is obviously a remake of the Hasbro Grimlock, which I got the previous year. So it's a bit cheeky putting him in here, but he is new to me. In at number 2, we have Scourge. Absolutely love this figure. People have trouble with the feet. I didn't have that much trouble with mine. They did slide in fairly well. I tried to demonstrate that as best I could in the review. But that being said, he is Scourge. That is Scourge from the cartoon. There's no beating around the bush. I don't think we're going to get a more accurate sculpt than that. They've done an amazing job. I love Apollyon, but there have been so many good figures this year. There really, really has. And I just think for X-Trans, Scourge is a new level for them. He looks and feels like a masterpiece figure. At number 1 for my figure of the year, this little guy. This caught me by surprise. Mastermind Creations, the guys behind the likes of Feral Rex and Cyclops, came out with their Masterpiece series, and Mirage was their first figure, and he is amazing. He is literally a true masterpiece. The engineering is phenomenal, transforms extremely well, everything is tight, everything fits where it should, it feels robust, it's got the die-cast weight to it, but it doesn't distract you from what is, in essence, a remarkably well-designed toy. I can't sing its praises enough. It's what we should be getting from all of those third parties out there. You know, it's inspiring, to say the least. It really, really is. So there we go. That's my top 15 figures of 2015. Some of you are going to say I'm crazy. You're probably right. I am. I think I lost the plot a long time ago. Some of you will agree, some of you will disagree with me, but that's what I love about Transformers. I love how vast and different everybody's collection is, and how we all like different things, and yet those third parties are out there catering for us. Out of all those toys I had, one of them was an official Hasbro release. Okay, 2 of them were oversized, blown up versions of Hasbro, but you get my gist. The third parties are really catering for fans, and they're doing a really grand job. Speaking of third parties and my collection, let's take a look. We have the studio section here where the magic happens. We've got 3 lights set up, and I've got my Gundam style bases there with a snowball mic and my tripod stand there. Got some additional lenses in my bag and on there for taking photos. I have my parts box there and an instruction box there for all of the weapons I have for my figures that are on display. I don't keep many of the boxes these days, so I generally put all of the parts in a huge tub so I can find them as per needed on reviews. Got my Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad boxes there. I've still got my A-Team duvet blanket. That's when I get the sofa bed down here. Got some Robos and some Carbots on this shelf. Robo Revolution, great series. On this shelf, we've got the likes of He-Man, some Lego-ish, Dragon Ball Z there. Got the Cyber Squad in all their glory. We've got Optimus Prime speaking Hulk. Gotta love the bootlegs. Top shelf there, we've got loads more randoms from the 80s. At the top there, we've got Smurfs along with Lion-O and Tigra. Coming down here, we've got the MPP-10s. We've got a regular Grimlock there, next to the amazingly good G Creations Shuriken. Gutter, gorgeous figure. And there we have KO oversized Grimlock. Really wish Bullsfire had done better. Really, that's a cracking figure they produced with their swoop. Bellerophon, what an amazing figure that is. Doesn't get anywhere near as much love as it should do. And we have the Planet X team going down. This is one of my latest KOs. It's a absolutely humongous oversized version of the Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. And I've got Prime's trailer because I use it in most of my videos. Right, coming up to the top of the shelf here, we've got Cherno Alpha and Hellboy, and Gypsy took a dive just before I started filming. He's knocked some of my muscle men down as well. Speaking of muscle men, those, where are we? Over there, all the way along the top of the stairs, back over here. Yeah, might have a muscle man problem. On this top shelf, we've got some of the oversized Age of Extinction figures, along with Optimus Prime. That's a grand figure. Bumblebee is amazing for an oversized knockoff. On this shelf, we've got some fans project figures in there, and we've got oversized Hound. We've got Gutter there with the TFC Hound. And on the bottom shelf here, we have got Metroplex. We've got the Dino Combinary thing from Toy World. Just keeping hold of that to compare to G Creations. We have got Devastator. And we've got all of my little ones, including the likes of Shapeshifting and Hulky. That thing is just ridiculously big. Going over here, we have the Season 3 and 4 Autobots, including Invisible at the moment. I'm going to put him on my Studio Ox shelf. We've got some Season 1 and 2 Autobots there. Some nice little ones hidden in the back there. The trouble I've had with this Best of 15, there's definitely some honourable mentions like the Fans Toys, Perceptor, and you've got Blur in there as well, Transistor, Chrome Dome, so many good figures. This is my Billy Ball figures. They're a bit of everything in there. See what I mean? Look, Leonidas is just kind of stuck in there. No real place to go. Over here we have Season 3/4/ Shattered Glass Decepticons. I need a lot more of those. Season 1 and 2 Decepticons. In fact, I just need a lot more Decepticons in general, I think. And down here we have some randoms again, including KO Megatron and his bootleg army. And then we've got some boxes. Got lots of boxes. Got some more bits to do there. Lots of boxes. So there we go, peoples. This is where all of the magic happens.